Okay, so last time that we went Facebook Live, it took about 20 seconds for me to confirm that it was actually on Facebook Live. So
Yep.
I'll give it a quick second. It says that it's live, but I'm not seeing it quite yet. There we go.
Horizontal? Do you want horizontal or vertical, or you don't care?
No. Let's turn it the other way because for whatever reason, your orientation. There you go.
Okay, done.
Yes, great. All righty. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our second episode of Small Business Owners Interviews. Today, I'm excited to have Nathan with Boost Pilates. So, Nathan, say hello.
Hey, guys.
Nathan is actually in the process of going back to Australia in the next few days, and so he is trying
to get everything done
before them, and he agreed to spend 30 minutes talking about his crazy life of owning a business here in Houston, Texas, Boost Pilates. I tagged that in the comments. So check it out. But yeah, he's actually from Australia, and when he gets to talk, you'll get to hear his beautiful accent. So I know that you're getting busy, so we'll try to wrap this up within 30 minutes, Nathan. So let's get started. Who are you? What do you do? Tell us about you.
35, did engineering for like 12 years. Then I'm like, oh, screw this. Actually, no. Did engineering for like 12, 13 years. Finally got a job for my uncle who owns an engineering company, and I was just making him rich. And I'm like, screw this. Why am I making you rich? He owns his own business, and I got sick of making him rich. And I'm like, why the harder I work, the more money I make him? Why not own my own business? And the harder I work, the more money I make myself, rather than being on a fixed income. So that was kind of like the stepping stone to being motivated enough to do it myself. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So tell us about what you're doing by yourself now.
Basically, I look for gaps in the market and open businesses where I think there's gaps, or put products where I think there's gaps in markets. And it doesn't have to be, at the end of the day, you just want to cut over a market to make something work, like plumbing. There's a million plumbing companies. There doesn't have to be one plumbing company. Same with Pilates studios, same with supermarkets, same with every product. You're not going to invent a new product and bring it to market. The chances of that are slim to none. All you want is a cut of some market to do a business, and just make sure it's not overly saturated. And if it's not overly saturated, give it a go at the end of the day. That's the gist of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so the market that you chose to
Pilates, I knew the business model pretty well from Australia. I'm not an expert in it. I've never done it before. Didn't want to do a franchise because I'm like, screw that. Like, they can change anything at any point. I'm like, no franchises. It is a copy and paste of another business. I've got no shame. Copy, paste, change name, same business model, just in a different location. That's all it is at the end of the day. It can be applied to every other business out there. Yeah, That's it.
So how long ago did you open? So you have 3 locations in Houston.
Been doing it around about 4 years.
4 years.
4 years. Yeah, around about 4 years I've been doing this. And yeah, it's just, don't get me wrong, it's hard work. You have to spend time on it every single day. Don't be under the illusion that you'll magically be a millionaire with anything. So you better
that's not real life? What? I thought I was supposed to be a millionaire tomorrow.
You better enjoy what you're doing as a hustle. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, it's a nightmare. You better like it more than 50%, because you're going to be spending every single day of your life working on it. That's the lesson. Don't choose something you hate. Otherwise, it'll be a nightmare.
So true. So true. Me with marketing, I've been doing marketing for 7 years. And I know we had a bit of a conversation about it a couple days ago. I love marketing. Marketing is so much fun. And when I start
Yeah.
talking about it with other people, I'm like, and then we're gonna do this.
If
And
you're a plumber, you probably wouldn't enjoy it as much.
or maybe, but I think, you know what, I'm not a plumber. I think plumbers get, correct me if I'm wrong, any plumbers out there, do you guys get like a thrill off of helping people, having this knowledge that nobody else has, that they need you in order to do it? I don't know, but you're right. Having that passion towards what it is that you
Have
do
chosen, yeah.
absolutely is crucial. So you opened your business, you said 4 years ago?
Yeah, around about 4.
Okay. Tell me about the beginning. Like, you decided you were going to open
In the beginning, there's so many ups and downs. There's so many, you question yourself so many times. You're like, have I got the right pricing model? Have I got the right hours? Have I got this? Have I done this? Have I done this? Why aren't people coming? Why aren't I converting as many customers? Why? And if you're not making money, like you're losing money every month, like it's costing you money. You're not making money. You're like, was this worth the additional stress? I could just be working for someone else. It's not, you better enjoy it for the stress. Otherwise you're screwed, because it's a hard slog for the first, let's say 18 months. It's just like, yeah, like you better like what you're doing. That's the gist of it. You better like it, because it's bloody stressful. And if it's something you don't like, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. You better like it.
Yeah. No, and I've heard many people, and especially with me starting mine, you know, just the mind games, right? The mental
Yeah.
stress of convincing yourself one thing but knowing another. It's very difficult. So, at what point when you started your business did you start to see the light at the end of the tunnel?
It's probably 6 months. Like 6 months, you kind of like, you're getting a little bit more confidence with the business you've done and working things out. And like, if you've never done it before, it is a steep learning curve, just from marketing, just from advertising, just from building websites, from having employees if you've never had employees before, dealing with people. Just, you better like, you can't go sit at home, do nothing every single night. You're bloody working. There's no weekends off. You're hustling. You're hustling for the first 6 months, trying to work everything out, learning how to do things. Just, why are my emails bouncing? Why are they going into the spam folder? How do I word the emails so they don't go into the spam? Whatever. It's never ending.
Oh, yeah. And I think many small business owners struggle with that exact same thing. There's such a huge learning curve on that. But you said you're identifying that there's a 6-month time frame.
At
And
least.
so 6 months, what happened at that moment?
It's building that customer base. Whatever business you are, it's those customers that want to come back at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, you're going to get, let's say, 100 people through the door. You might only have a 30% retention rate, or depending on what business model you're running, retention rates differ. And it's just a matter of getting people through the door. You're never going to have a 100% retention rate. So each business has that minimum amount of people using it to sustain a business. Or minimum amount of products to sell. So it's just building that minimum amount that you need to kind of like, oh, okay, I don't have to stress as much anymore. Everything from here is just less and less stress on me. I don't know, something like that.
So at 6 months, you were like, okay, we got clients in.
You got clients in, you got people buying memberships, you got a little bit less stress. You got a consistent product. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. And so I wanted to give a little shout out to people who are watching. We've got Clarissa, which is one of your former Boost
Yeah,
babes.
she moved to Miami, I think.
She did,
Come back,
Miami.
please. I need 4
Yeah.
instructors.
Did you hear that, Clarissa? Please come back. Cameron, old friend. Aaron, hello. She's also a Boost babe. My mom.
Hey. Hey, Mike.
Hello, Mom. Thank you for tuning in. And I'm interviewing Uncle Ruben, not Dad, because Dad told me to interview Uncle Ruben, and that's later. Anyway, so one question that Clarissa gave, which ties into my next question, it's how did you scale from one location to now 3? What was that like?
How did I scale? How did I scale? It's just kind of like, it's just once you got confidence in your business model, you've got confidence that, because at the end of the day, it depends. Physical or online businesses are different. So if you've got a physical business, your radius is only whatever. It all depends on the business. It's got a different radius. Pilates studios, the radius isn't that big. I think it's around about 3 miles, 3.5 miles. Most people,
Wow.
once they get home, people don't want to travel much. Like everyone will drive everywhere in Houston, but once they're home, they don't want to drive another 20 minutes to go somewhere. So it's basically once you've got confidence in your business model and whether it works somewhere else, you can kind of like, it's just like copy and paste. It's not, I don't know. It's just basically copy and paste rather than just more employees, more, I don't know, your paperwork, all your processes have to be a little bit more in order, but
Yes.
I don't know, 3 studios isn't that. It's not. I haven't had to worry about any huge scalable factors just with 3 studios. Like I haven't worried about too much.
And between the 3 studios, how many employees do you have?
Oh, too many, like 40 part-time people.
Wow.
I wish I could hire. It's hard to get full-time employees in fitness in Houston. It's just a lot of people do it part-time for fun. So I've had to, yeah, that's fine.
But this is also not a full-time job for you.
No, this is now. I quit engineering and I just do this full-time.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, so I've quit engineering and this is a full-time job of just managing, doing odd jobs, just whatever on a daily basis, just working out how to do stuff.
How long was the overlap between you being an engineer?
Oh, yeah, a year and a half, 2 years. Like it took that long to replace it takes a long time. Like, yeah, like these hustles, depending on the hustle you're doing, just I could not. Oh, maybe I could have. I don't know. I couldn't have quit. I couldn't have quit and done this. I had to do both at the same time for like at least a year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Somebody put Chris. Hello, Chris. It says, can you talk about having a full-time job and starting a side hustle? I'm sure a lot of people who start a business are thinking the same thing.
I didn't work too hard at my full-time job. So I had I had a 40-hour job, but it was a 40-hour desk job. So I could realistically do 15 hours. Like those 15 hours you surf on the internet, I just worked on the business. So trust me, if you've got a full-time job that you have to do more than 40 hours and the 40 hours you have to work, it's hard. Like, it's hard. I was lucky because I had a cruisy job and I could just work on it while I was at work. So it made it a little bit easier. But if you got a full-time job, there's no watching TV when you go home. There's no going to watching the football on the weekends. It is just work, go home, work. That's all it is.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that brings me to my next point. Now that you've reflected on this, and I can see that this is bringing like bad memories of stuff.
Yeah.
If you could do the starting of the business all over again, what 3 things would you do differently?
I don't regret it. Sometimes I'm like, oh, what have I done? 3 things to have done differently. 3 things to done differently. Be more. A lot of people lower their. consistency of your product from day one. Number one importance, like, because I didn't do a franchise, I had to work it all out myself. Because I worked, it's better to wait. Okay, if you rent a physical location, it's better to wait, push back the opening 2 weeks to fix out all your problems than opening up something half-ass, because all the people that come through the door for the first, let's say, 2 weeks to a month, even though it's a soft opening, they don't care. They don't care. It's their perception of the business, even though it's a soft opening. So it's better to take the hit money-wise and have an amazing product from day one than have a half-assed product for the first month. It's better to keep it closed for a month and work out all your things with it closed than do a crappy opening. So like those are always my biggest regrets. I'm like, crap, I should have made it perfect from day one. Because people don't care that it says soft and that you're paying half price. It's the same thing as the full price. That's how they make their opinions. Change thing one, change thing two. Be sure of your pricing model. Benchmark, be sure. Don't just lower your prices at the beginning, because so many businesses lower their prices because they're unsure and things aren't building fast enough. Stick hard and fast with your pricing model that you've done your research on. Don't keep on lowering it to get customers, because then you end up screwing yourself over. Number three, find amazing people at the end of the day, because so many businesses where you have to hire people, those people represent you. So find amazing people. Don't just get desperate and hire shitty people. Spend the time finding amazing people that represent you at the end of the day.
Yep, couldn't agree more.
That's all I got.
That's great. That's very helpful. And for those that are watching, I really hope that you think about that and you write those things down. If you are thinking about starting a business or already have, that's really great advice. During this process, Nathan, what have you learned about yourself? Being self-employed, business owner, 3 locations now.
I live a boring life. Live a boring life. It's yeah, I don't know. What have I learned about? I don't know. Just persistence. Persistence is key. Just, it's not, you have to give 100%. If you don't give 100%, like you see the business owners that care and you see the business owners that don't care. If you don't care, your employees don't care. It just plods along, might not fail. If you give 100%, your employees see that you care, and then it goes a long way. So again, it goes back to doing something you're interested in, actually caring, and yeah, I don't know, something like that.
No, that's really, really great advice. Let me go ahead and tune back into the comments here and see. I think we had a couple questions. Clarissa asked, how do you establish a level of dominance in the market? Particularly with Pilates.
Oh, okay. Let's dominance. Dominance or niche? Niche. Like, I don't know. Every studio is a little different, and people are going to choose where they want to go to. So, rather than a Pilates studio, whereas I'm like, okay, I've got a slightly different product. This is why people are going to like it different, rather than dominance.
Well, I would think that's what she means. Like, how do you?
It's just that is your business model. That's the business model. This is the product you're selling. It's either this is how it differs from the competitor. This is how it differs from the competitor. This is the product. This is the style. This is what I'm selling. So there wasn't a studio in Houston that I copied or it's similar. The stuff that's similar, but it's different. It's either different from a pricing model standpoint or different from a product standpoint or different from a feel standpoint. Dominance comes from once you've got that mass, once you've got enough, like Orkin, like the pest control place, like all these big companies, they've got dominance because they've just got so many the area that they service is huge, or the amount of stores they've got is huge. It just comes through sheer volume. I would say dominance is sheer volume in my case, because I've got 3 studios. It's just the sheer volume, and you've got more places to choose from, like more studios you can go to, one-to-one membership. Dominance is just sheer volume in my case. And a lot of businesses in the market just get dominance based on sheer volume rather than anything they're doing. I don't know. Yeah. Sheer volume in my case.
But to me, I joined Pilates. I don't know if it's called. I joined Pilates a little before the quarantine happened. I did like 4 sessions and then I stopped.
Yep.
And I promised to come back.
Don't worry. I
promise.
I hear this all the time.
Okay, everybody that's watching on Facebook, y'all all hold me accountable, please. But when I was searching for Pilates places, not only did I have that referral from Clarissa and Aaron, who were teaching, instructing, taking classes with you, you did have multiple locations to choose from, whereas other places I didn't have that. And so to me, I'm like, oh, okay, they must be reputable. They have that's a sign of success to me.
Oh yeah.
So, in a sense, from my perspective, you created that dominance.
Because I don't advertise. I'm just like, I value word of mouth referrals. So a word of mouth referral is number 1. I'm like, screw it. If you work on your consistency of your product and your employees, that word of mouth referral will be valued 1,000,000 times more than an ad on Yelp or an ad somewhere else. So many people have crappy businesses or issues within their business, and then they decide to pay for advertising rather than not fixing the root causes of what's wrong with their business. And they're advertising businesses that have issues with. So you kind of need to make sure everything is amazing before you choose to advertise. Otherwise, you'll get a customer. It'll be a mediocre job. You're not going to get a word of mouth referral, and it's pointless, and you've just wasted that advertising on something. Make sure your business is amazing before you advertise. Yeah.
Okay. So great advice. We have some more questions here. We answered that one. Oh, this is a great question from Aaron. It says, okay, so you've got 3 locations. Do you ever have to pour money into one location to sustain the other? And if so, when did you know when to give up or not give up on that location?
Yeah. So one of the locations, market. So if before you open a business, like market research, just because an area has a high earning potential doesn't mean people have time to actually use that money and do something. So I took a bet on one of the locations, and then it didn't pay off. It didn't pay off as much as I hoped. And it doesn't lose money, but it's not as popular as the other 2 locations. So because it's not losing money, and running an extra location is not an extra 50% more work. Like, let's say one location is 30 hours, the next location is 35 hours, the next location, it's like an extra 5 hours work to run an additional location. So I'm not stressed out about it.
That has a lot to do with the fact that you do have systems and procedures in place. I think Clarissa said something like copy and paste, or
just copy and paste.
Which had you not had that, though, I don't think that the other locations would have worked.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, okay, I'll agree with you. Yeah, because it's not that much more work to run an extra location. It's not that much extra work because you've already done all the hard work.
You've already done the hard work. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, Aaron, Nathan has amazing integrity, cares a lot. Yes, we can definitely see that. Clarissa asks, what one thing would you recommend to do to get new clients and customers?
have an amazing product. Just
Mm.
focus on having an amazing product. Whether I watched something today on an electrician, and when he's like, when you go through quote on a job, have a look to see if there's any light bulbs that are blown, and at the end of the job, just say, hey, or replace smoke detector batteries. It costs 10 cents or 50 cents for a battery, or like 50 cents for a light bulb. And at the end of the job, just say, hey, I've fixed all your light bulbs for you and replaced all your smoke detector batteries while I was on the ladder. Like, it cost him $1 for the products, and the customer's going to be like, holy crap, this is amazing. He went above and beyond. So again, work on having an amazing product that is consistent, that is amazing, and you'll get word of mouth referrals. If you don't have a great product, what's the point? You're just going to have a super low retention rate. Yeah.
I 100% agree. We at, I don't know if I told you this, but I used to be at a mortgage company. I was there for 7 years, and I did the marketing and a bunch of other stuff. But the owner of the company was huge on customer service.
Yeah.
He was like, everything else is whatever.
Yes.
Customer service, that is everything.
Yeah.
You're answering their questions. You're calling back. You're returning phone calls immediately. You make them feel like they're the most important client in the entire world that ever stepped foot in those doors.
Yes.
And I think that that's another reason, other than my amazing marketing, is why we were so successful. They were like, oh, they take damn good care of me. And we also have that, word of mouth marketing in place because of that. And because our product is amazing because of all of those things.
Yeah. So like, at the end of the day, just customer service. It is not that hard. You can get emails on your phone. It's crazy. You can answer them on your phone.
Yep.
Takes 10 seconds.
Yep. I couldn't agree more. Well, it doesn't look like we have any more questions. Oh, here we go. One more. Let's do one more, and then go ahead and tie it up. So it says, the day of Corona, when they had to shut down, I bought a $180 package, and I was just going to wait and see what happened. I got a text from Nathan that asked if I wanted my money back.
Did I do that?
Oh, because, okay, I did not know that. That's awesome, Nathan. She's a member.
Because at the end of the day, trust me, like, so many people, like, whatever, to return $180 is so easier than having a bad review. Like, trust me, like, if you have a whole bunch of shitty reviews because you didn't return $180, it's a nightmare. Just return the money. It's not that hard. Trust me, I've been bitter over less money than that. I've written worse reviews for a lot less money.
Yeah. No, you know what? That's awesome though. My kids are in daycare, and we got a call from them, the owner, yesterday, and they said, you know what? We haven't charged any parents that have kept their kids out.
Yeah.
And I was totally expecting to be charged because the daycare is still open.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, your kids aren't here. You shouldn't be paying this crazy time. And I was like, okay, you're my place. Like, you've been my place, but now you're my place. See,
it's not that hard, guys. Just
it blew me away. I love them forever. Like, my kids will stay there until they go to elementary school. Like, that sold it for me. That was amazing. So anyway, hello, Ryan. Good to see you again. So that's all we've got for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Nathan, I know that you're so busy trying to get back to Australia.
I'm going shopping at Sprouts. In the Sprouts car park. That's where I'm going next.
For someone who says that your life is boring, I would have to strongly disagree.
I need a haircut. That's what I need.
Yeah, I think a lot of people during this time need a haircut. So I have split ends. You just can't see them because they're way down there. Anyway, thank you so much for joining in. And for those of you that missed our first interview, which happened last Tuesday, a couple days ago, We interviewed a very good friend of mine in real estate, talking about wholesaling. And so if you missed that, tune in to my photo album library and you'll be able to find that Facebook Live video. So we've got 8 more interviews. Thanks, Mom. She said she loves my hair. Me too. Hello. We have 8 more interviews to go through. And our next one will be Tuesday, May 5th, 7:30, same time, 30-minute interview. So please tune in. If you liked what you saw or if you found value in this video today, then please let me know that you liked this. Give a shout out to Nathan. Check out Boost Pilates when this quarantine is over. I'll be there. I'll be there. Nathan, I'm gonna be there. Good. I'll be there. I'd love for you to join me and go to Boost Pilates, as you've heard. Like, he takes care of people or takes care of his members, his Boost babes, as he calls them. And
I don't come up with this stuff.
You know what? It's okay. Whatever. I think it's adorable. Anyway, and share this video with other people that you think would benefit from this video. If you are starting a business or thinking about starting your business, be encouraged, guys. There's lots of great advice to take away from this video.
You can do it. Basically, there's a lot more. There's a lot of useless people run businesses out there. You know that when you go in there. So if you think you can do it better than them, go ahead, do it, and do it better than them.
That's great advice. In fact, that's how my former boss, he started his business.
Yeah.
He was, I can do this and I can do it amazing. And so
yeah.
Anyway, he'll talk about that at the very end of the series. He's my finale. Imagine that. So anyway, Nathan, thank you, everybody tuning in. Thank you guys so much. Please comment, like, heart, share, whatever this video. And we will see you Tuesday, May 5th at 7:30.
Thank you. See you later.
All righty. Bye, guys.